we're gonna do one question here for We Got Your Mail. I like doing these We Got Your Mails because the people who send them in, they get so excited when we tell them that we read their letter, and I get a kick out of that. So
That mail never would have been opened.
never would have been open if we had not accidentally gotten it. So let me get it ready here. Let me show you exactly what I'm talking about here. This is We Got Your. Oh, I was about to read the wrong message here. I'm
We
sorry.
took your
Here we go.
shit.
Here we go. So this question comes from a bloke by the name of
A bloke.
Nana. I can't. I'm going to butcher this name. I think 'cause he's from India. He says, "Hey guys, greetings from India." His name is Nanad Kandakar.
Okay. Nod.
Handakar.
It's nod.
He says, Nanad, and Nanad writes, "Hey guys, greetings from India. I love the show and watch it every day. My question is regarding remakes. Do you think the studios are focusing more on remakes than on original concept? Movies like Memento or Ghostbusters, or do you think movies like
Memento.
that should be kept? Yeah, Memento original, or like, do you think original concept movies like Memento or Ghostbusters should be kept untouched? And because of more remake ideas coming across the studios, do you think that the new original ideas for movies are being suppressed? Thanks for answering my question and keep up the great work." What do you think?
Okay, that is a really good question. Um, I do not think that they should take movies like Memento and remake them. I don't know if you remember.
Well,
Uh,
his question was, do you think movies, because they're remaking movies like, oh yeah, yeah, I see what you're saying now. Yeah, movies like Memento and Ghostbusters are being remade, and do you think all these remakes are suppressing original movies? Huh?
I
I
do.
didn't hear about a remake of Memento.
I never
Have
heard
you?
about that either. And for those of you guys who don't know what Memento is, it was one of the first exposure movies for Christopher Nolan, who did the Dark Knight trilogy. And it,
I'm wrong. I did hear something about it. I didn't know if it was greenlit, but go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I I don't think that that would be a good remake, and I honestly think that's a bad idea. I do think that Hollywood in the last, oh, I don't know, 4 years has really kind of jumped on the nostalgia wagon, if you will. That whole I loved this movie as a kid, and I think a lot of successful filmmakers now are me and Chris's age now. We're in our mid 30s, and we grew up watching the 80s and the 90s and the early 2000s movies, and some of the 70s and 60s and earlier stuff. But a lot of our stuff as kids was 80s and 90s based, and a lot of these 80s and 90s based movie franchises are really being recycled now. We're even getting a new Ghostbusters, which I think they are going to berate this. I think they are going to trash this left and right, and not deservedly so, but maybe just a little bit, because
Hmm.
without Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, and Billy, Hudson and Ernie Hudson, and it's not the
Well,
same.
yeah, it's too much nostalgia still. It's
I
still inside
know
of that.
it's like I love Ghostbusters, man.
But it's not to say that these remakes can't be successful. I mean, a lot
Right.
of remakes have been successful. I mean, the Martin Scorsese movie with what's his name? Oh my God, the Oscar guy just won the Oscar Best Picture
You're talking
from
about the Wolf of Wall Street.
not the one right before Wolf of Wall Street, the mobster one with Jack Nicholson. Um,
With Jack
with
Nichols.
Jack Nicholson was in. He was the mob boss,
Oh, Jack
and
Nicholson.
Leonardo
The
DiCaprio was the
Departed.
undercover. The Departed. That was a remake. That was awesome. Scarface was a
Woo!
remake. That was awesome. I mean,
Yeah.
a lot of these movies can be done right and
The
whatnot.
Departed was a remake.
Yeah, there's an original version of it from a long. It's an old black and white movie.
Huh.
A lot of people, yeah, and people don't even realize that. Sometimes they don't realize that a lot of these movies that are big hits are remakes. Um, his question about are original movies being suppressed? No, I don't agree with that. There's a lot of original. I mean, people got to understand we even as critics like me and Sean are trying to be, we still don't get to see all the movies that come out. I mean, we're talking about indies, blockbusters. We're talking about all types of movies that are coming out all the time, and there are a lot of original movies. Yeah, people aren't going to see them. People aren't seeing it. I mean, people. The average moviegoer only has a certain budget to see movies a certain number of times a year, and they pick and choose the ones that they want to see. So the ones that are frequently out there are are not getting seen as much. So it just appears that these remakes are the only ones that are being done because that's the ones that's given the big budget and the big marketing and the big campaign, and people are going out there to go see them. But these original movies, these independent films, these indies and stuff like that, they're out there too, guys, and these are original movies, and you guys aren't seeing them. So that's why you think that there's some kind of suppression. There's no suppression. It's just that Hollywood listens to what us as fans, what we say with our money,
They're
and what
smarter than people
they're
can give
smart,
credit
exactly,
for.
exactly. And when you say Transformers 4 can make $1 billion, then there's gonna be a Transformers 5.
Yeah.
So that's what happens. You wonder why these remakes and stuff are getting made because you keep giving them billions and billions of dollars.
Billions.
So go out there, support these. I used to be the same way. I couldn't stand it when I saw a movie I never heard of win an Oscar above my Ace Ventura 2. I mean, come on, everybody saw that. Nobody saw this other movie, The Piano. Who the hell cares?
Like your lower intestine, stinky,
Exactly.
loaded with danger.
But when I but when I broadened my mind and started to really look at these movies and look at them for what they were, a good drama, good editing, good lighting, good casting, good good everything, editing, everything, pace, everything, good direction, then I started to appreciate this stuff more. So now I don't get mad about stuff like that anymore. I just
A winner's a winner's a winner.
Winner's a winner. If it's a great, there's a bunch of great movies that didn't make a dime, and there's a bunch of blockbuster hits that weren't great movies. So that's just,
Chris. Oh, there he goes.
oh, did I black out? Let me say that again.
We lost you there.
If you lost me, I'll edit that out. But if you lost me, this is what I said. I said there's a bunch of great movies out there that didn't make a dime, and there's a bunch of movies that made billions of dollars that weren't great movies. So,
Yeah.
so that's just what happens. So that's anything else you want to add on that? I know
I will say this. For all that I love to read reviews, I long, in the words of poets, to go back to a day
Oh, so now we're here. There we go. Now
all right,
we're really having technical difficulties. We're gonna bring it back, and I want you to go there. I long for a day.
All right, so I was saying, guys, I remember and I miss the days when. Oh, okay. Or let me start that over. I do Oh shit, we lost Chris.
No, we're not on me. Go ahead. Go for it.
We lost. Okay, again, we're gonna do some editing. All right, so I am not going to say I don't love reading reviews. I would be a total liar if I told you I didn't probably read, on the average, no shit, about 100 reviews a day. That sounds pathetic, and that's while I'm on. Any chance I get a minute, I am reading reviews on things because we are movie nerds. All right, but I will be honest with you. I miss the day when my opinion of the movie was the only thing that entered my mind. I did not read. I didn't know what reviews for movies were. I just saw the movie and I made an opinion, and that was it. I kind of miss that because now it seems like people are influenced, like Batman, Superman. Everybody's like, boo this man. They're just talking shit about this movie, even though they haven't even seen the movie.
Could you imagine if the internet existed when the first Batman movie in 1989 would have came out, when everybody was so mad about the Mr. Mom was his character,
Michael
Batman?
Keaton, yeah. It was a great fucking movie.
Yeah, but before it came out, everybody had an opinion, but it wasn't as bad as today because you had to read a magazine
or a newspaper,
and a newspaper to hear that opinion if they decided to print it. But now with the internet, it's all in the comment section. People are booing the poor quality bandwidth that we have right now, and it's hitting that unlike button as we speak.
Goddamn,
I understand. I apologize, but I understand. But I hear what you're saying, 100%, man. Right on. You nailed it.
There's a there. I will say this: when I got about, I think when I was about 10 or 11, we used to get. You remember TV Guide?
Oh yeah, they still
We
print
used to
those.
get TV Guides at the house, and I don't know if you may not have done this, Chris, but at the
I was not a
all right, so
subscriber.
at the very back of the TV Guide, between 1 and 4 stars, that's what the ratings were. I used
Okay.
to read every single movie from A to Z to see how many between 1 and 4 stars they got. And then if I found a 4 star movie, I would flip back through the TV guide and see what channel and what day this 4 star movie was. Because
Hmm.
we had cable when I was a kid, and I had to watch that 4 star movie. I had to watch it because I had to know why it got 4 stars.
How many times did you agree with that critic? More times than not, or did you not agree with them more times than you agreed with them?
When I was a kid, probably more times I agreed with them than not because you're kind of influential when you're a kid. You kind of like when someone says, "Oh, this is great," you're like, "Yeah, this is great,"
I'll be the judge
But
of that, and then you're like, oh, okay, yeah, you're
yeah, I
right.
could see where
I
the
love it when that. I love it when that
artistry
happens.
involved. The very first memory I have of hearing what a 4 star movie was a movie you may or may not have seen called The Bear.
Never saw it.
Oh my god. It is crazy. But anyway, look it up, guys, on Netflix if you haven't seen The Bear.
It's probably an original film, but just like the questionnaire asks us. But so again, I'm gonna go back to it. It's not that they're not making original films. It's just that you're not seeing it. So support these movies, man. Go out there, check it out. Open your mind up. Just because Michael Bay isn't on there blowing stuff up doesn't mean it's not a good
I'm
movie.
Michael Bay, and this is my barbecue.
Yeah, exactly. So check them out. Check out. There's a bunch of original films out there. Go out there and support them. You'll like what you see. Well, that's it, guys. That's episode 26 of talking through the medias. Man, I had fun. I know we went long on this one, but I'm going to be editing tonight. But I appreciate all you guys. I'm in the middle of this episode. I'm seeing that we're getting comments and
Oh,
whatnot, so I can't wait to
damn
read
it.
those. I love those. Not on this episode, on other films.
I'm
On other
sorry, guys. I don't know what the hell is going on with the connections tonight. Oh, wait. Is he back? There he goes.
Oh
Okay.
no, I never left. I don't know. We'll check it out. But anyway,
Yeah.
guys, before we just get canceled, hit the subscribe button. Don't
Click.
blame us too hard for this bad bandwidth. Let us know what you guys think, and as Sean needs to say quickly, as he always says, before we
Keep
get cut
watching the
down.
movies, playing the games that killed the noobs. Peace.
Going on with this movie. Now I'm going to get into a little spoiler territory. So if you haven't seen it yet, you can stop what you're doing, go over to Netflix, check it out.